We are on the verge of one of the biggest economic collapses that the world has ever seen. But what is it and how it will affect you? Let's find out. Okay. Hey guys, I want to apologize in advance if I sound a little bit sick. I am. So first, we have to talk about what is going on with Russia and Ukraine. And it's a whole lot more complicated than it may seem, but let's cover the basics. So historically, the US has sourced 90% of the semiconductor neon that it needs for its chips from Ukraine. So why not get it from somewhere else? Well, Ukraine also provides 70% of the rest of the world's supply for that semiconductor neon. So it's a bit of a delicate situation. Now, chips are used in our electronics like cars, smart fridges, you bougie ass bitch, our laptops, our computers, our phones, your mom. And without the access that we need to these materials and demand continuing to soar, it's putting a bottleneck on the supply chain, which of course is causing soaring prices, and it's not getting any better. Now, gas. Russian gas imports make up about 8% of all US imports, which may not sound like a lot, but trust me, it is. You saw what it can do to gas prices. And it can only get worse from there. So after this, we might see some more countries trying to source in-house rather than sourcing from other countries, which would provide them with more economic stability. And then we've got China.
You take China. China. I love them. China.
Now, there are numerous things going on over there that could spell disaster for the country itself, but not only the country, the rest of the globe as well. Let's cover each of these things one by one. So first, it should be known that in 2020, 18.6% of all US imports came from China. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but trust me, it definitely is, especially considering that those imports support most of our vital industries, meaning if China goes under, it could spell trouble for the US. So what are the chances of that happening? Well, as of right now, quite high. Let me tell you why. So first, we've got China's zero COVID policy, which has absolutely wrecked their economic system. This has put China's economy to a grinding stop, with them now falling short of their 5.5% year growth target. So because of this, consumer demand is extremely poor, meaning factories are getting shut down, and it's just this continuous negative cycle, this never-ending loop of just low consumer demand and factories shutting down, which obviously is not good for economies that are supposed to grow.
Where did everybody go?
And now, on top of that, unemployment is absolutely through the roof, with 20% of the youth being unemployed. So no workforce, no demand, no supply. You can kind of see where this is going.
Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
But that is not all, unfortunately. Then we've got Evergrande. Now, the whole situation with Evergrande crisis is pretty complicated, but I'm going to give you the very simplified, dumbed down version, because that's what I needed as well. So first, Evergrande is the second largest real estate developer in China. Second, Evergrande racked up $300 billion in debt. Now, that is the GDP size of countries like Ireland, Denmark, so that's a lot of debt. Now, this has led to creditors who are unwilling to accept their bonds and are demanding payments. So if Evergrande goes under, it will be the largest bulk real estate liquidation ever recorded.
How are you? I am under the water. Please help me.
So it would also mean that a real estate crumble at that scale would mean other Chinese banks and real estate companies begin to crumble as well, which would just cause this massive domino effect. So they might have to be bailed out by the Chinese government. Will they step in? No one knows. It's also worth mentioning that China owns 15% of the world's debt, so if they begin to go under, they will pursue that debt aggressively. If Evergrande does end up going under and the Chinese government does not step in, we could feel the ripple waves of this throughout the rest of the world and different countries, even like countries like the US, especially considering a lot of US real estate companies also have their own holds in China's real estate as well. So things are looking a little bit bleak, a little bit rough, but just like every equation, there are two sides to this equation. While many may see that the world is falling apart, many of us will also see that there is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Assets like crypto, real estate, stock.
And then there's Cobra Coin.
All of these things are going to be priced lower than they ever have been, and this could be your one shot at generational wealth. Now, of course, guys, this is not financial advice, and I'm not advising that you just go out there and start buying stuff. Obviously, use a smart strategy like dollar cost averaging, but we could be on the verge of a massive economic collapse that would price these assets at stupid low levels. And if you're able to buy up enough of these, when markets recover, we could be talking a lot of money. If you want to learn more about what I'm personally doing to invest, you can check out the video up above. It's all about how I'm using the bear market to grow my wealth and my long-term strategy of investing. Now, there's one great thing to globalization, and that is trade. It's the fact that it allows all of our countries to open trade with one another, which is something great. Now, the only problem with outsourcing is the fact that it does make your economy kind of reliant on another economy. So if one goes down, then another goes down, then another goes down, and it just kind of creates this domino effect. So like I said, after this, we might see some more companies starting to source their own materials in-house, but only time is gonna tell. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more content from me, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss another upload. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the recession.